One reason that we just love having this conversation is because we feel like sleep and peace of mind go hand in hand, and I think all parents know the pain of getting no sleep or feeling that stress of, oh my gosh, am I doing something wrong? Or my child's not sleeping through the night. What's wrong with me? What's wrong with them? So this has just been a really great conversation. Um, I do feel like when it comes to travel as well, we're constantly multitasking in the car, and it's just, we're making sure that our babies are okay in the back, and then making sure we know where we're going, and another kid might be asking for snacks. So there's just constant multitasking in the car. And one question that I did have is, why is reducing stress so important for like your family, your overall family dynamic, I guess you could say?
Yeah, that's a really good question. Um, you know, children really mimic their parents, and you set the tone for your home. And a stressed out parent really can't calm a child well. Just kind of like an escalated parent can't de-escalate a child. So when, when you're kind of like flying by the seat of your pants, or you're just like managing the chaos instead of kind of having a plan and knowing what to anticipate a little bit, and also like caring for yourself and making sure that your nervous system is regulated, it's just a lot harder to parent in general. So I think setting that tone for children and really helping them, to be able to calm down and be ready for sleep, and just know those periods of time when like now's the time to be really active and doing different things, and now's a time to like let our bodies rest. That's so important. And that does start with the parents, because like I said, if we're high anxiety, that definitely is going to pass to our children and going to make it harder for them to be able to settle. So it's definitely something that's so important to think about. And it's tough sometimes, like we all lose our cool, and we get frustrated or overwhelmed, but we are able to kind of have a plan for those moments of how we're going to handle that and come back and be able to like reset. I think that's really important.
Yeah. And it's helpful to know that like the kids are watching, and our energy does kind of like transfer
Yeah.
to the home. So it does make you really stop for a second, be like, okay, like need to get my emotions under control and my stress
Yes,
under control. So oh, that's
definitely.
great. I love that.
And then before we wrap it up, we do have one last question. Do you have any advice for new or expecting parents when it comes to baby sleep?
Yes, love that question. Um, yeah, so first of all, I would say if you're expecting a child and you're trying to kind of prepare for sleep, just know that it's important to be prepared. You can, read and take classes. We have a newborn class that parents can take. Do those things and prepare. Like that is great. You can get all the things. Um, but really, when the baby comes, you just really don't know what it's going to be like until you experience it. And every baby is different. You might have a really mellow baby. You might have a colicky baby. You might have a baby, who's somewhere in between. So in that like fourth trimester and that newborn stage, really just like taking that time to find a rhythm and figure out your baby and not have a lot of expectations when it comes to sleep, but to have some sort of a plan. I think that's really, really important because um, let's say you do have a really fussy baby and you weren't prepared for that, then having a plan of like switching off with your partner, taking shifts, different things like that can really change your newborn experience. Like if you are up every hour throughout the night, that's a very different experience than if it's like, hey, I'm going to take 3 hours, you take 3 hours. Like we are at least getting some consolidated sleep as well. I always tell parents like, don't both be up at the same time if you don't have to. Like really utilize that time if you can. Um, and then just again, like managing expectations is such a big part of the process. If you are majorly struggling, reach out for help. There's really a lot more support now than there ever has been, I think, honestly. So whether it's, you're working with your medical team or a sleep consultant or an expert, whoever that can give you some really sound advice and help you make sure that you are getting the rest that you need. Like that is really important, I think, as well.
That's
Awesome.
great advice.
Well, thank you so much, Rachel, for joining us today. We loved hearing your perspective on realistic baby sleep and the helping parents feel more confident at home while on the go and also traveling. Just really appreciate you being here and taking the time to talk to us.
Thank you so much for having me. I love the conversation and I'm just really grateful to be here.